Hello OmniSLAM users. This video is recorded to introduce the operation method of OmniSLAM Viewer. First, open the viewer. The operation interface of OmniSLAM Viewer is divided into two parts. The first part is the Gaussian splatting browsing. The second part is point cloud browsing. Now I will introduce the browsing method of Gaussian splatting first. First, open the data. Take this data as an example. Open it. After the data processing is completed, it will generate a new process folder. An output folder will be created in the process directory. After opening the output folder, there is a folder called Gaussian splatting. This is where we store the Gaussian results. Then go back to the OmniSLAM Viewer. First, click on Gaussian splatting. Then directly go to Load File. Find the location where the project file is stored. Select this folder. Don't enter the folder. Just select the folder. This is how to load the Gaussian splatting data. Wait for a dozen seconds. Now the Gaussian splatting data has been loaded. Here is the menu. The button at the bottom of the menu explains how this browsing mode works, including the operation keys on the keyboard, how to rotate the view with mouse, and how to move. There is a description here. The first button is used to open the project file. Click Open File. Then find the location where the file is stored to open it. This is to exit. Click this button to exit Gaussian data browsing. And then go back to the main menu of the software. Then the next one is Settings. Click Settings. There are three switches here, which are Trajectory, Point Cloud, and Environment. Turn on the trajectory. Then the scanning trajectory can be displayed here. Then there is Show Point Cloud. Turn it on. It will display the initial point cloud generated before the Gaussian reconstruction. It can be turned on or off, but usually we keep the default. This is Show Environment, which means the sky environment. It can be turned on or off. Then comes the measurement function. Click on the measurement function. Select any 2 points on the ground and measure the distance between these 2 points. Finally, there is the travel function. Turn on the travel function. It's similar to the point cloud travel function. It will browse a panoramic view according to the scan trajectory. During the travel process, the view can also be rotated. This operation method is very simple. Next, go back to the main menu. Click Exit. Then click on Point Cloud. Now I will introduce the browsing method of point clouds. This is the operation interface of point cloud. The first step of the software is open point cloud and find the path of all point cloud projects. Open the process file. There is a folder output. Select File. It's not loading right now. We only load it for the first time. The loading process only happens for the first time opening loading. Let's not be loaded again for the future file opening. If you open the file, the data shows up very soon. We can use the data in the software directly. As you can see, this is the colored point cloud data. This is our colored point cloud. The small yellow dotted line is the working trajectory of the scanning. And the balls are the panoramic images of the scanning. A ball presents an image. If we want to close the project data, here has a switch to close. So we can shut the data down. Open again. The second time data opening, there is no loading. The project data shows up directly on the page. Next we click Setup. Up here, the first parameter. It is display point cloud number. It's the number of total point clouds on the page. We can adjust the number too small. You can find that the number of point clouds is less. So normally we just keep the default number and do not change. Up here, the second parameter. It is field of view. If we adjust the number smaller, the field of view of the point clouds will be narrow on the page. Then you will see the object bigger. If we adjust the number bigger, the field of view of the point cloud will be wider on the page. In fact, it's equal with the process of zooming in and out. And then for the EDL display, let's see the building edge. If we choose the Enable for EDL display, the building edge display will become obvious. The change should be paid attention. The EDL is another mode of display. For the next, let me show you point size. Our default point size is 2. We can also adjust a number smaller. Take a look at the point on the ground. Now we adjust the number bigger. You can see the point size change obviously. Next is the color display of all point clouds. The first one is all intensity volume. It's the reflection intensity volume. For the gradient parts, we can also adjust the range value to change display effect. We can adjust the range value according to our needs. The follow is our colored intensity display. For the gradient part, we can also adjust the range value to change display effect. The follow is classification. Because our point clouds are not classified, so we are showing the same color. If point clouds are classified, then the data will display different colors according to the categories. The next is our RGB color point clouds. And the last one is elevation display. Different heights shows different colors. This can also be adjusted. We can choose different colors to display. Here you can choose clamp, repeat, mirror repeat. The users can try different effects. For now, we switch back to RGB for RGB part. Here has effect adjustments, gamma, brightness, contrast. Let's take a look. These three values are used for adjusting the color effect. The follow is measurement tool, including our angle measurements and coordinate measurements and distance measurements. The measurement can be done by double-clicking the mouse middle button. Height measurement. The area measurement can be done by double-clicking the mouse middle button. And then if we want to delete these red marks, then we click the red X to delete them. If we don't want to show these marks when we measure, then we can choose to hide these marks. If we want to see the marks when we measure, click Show. This is easy to adjust and control. Down here, it's Slash Tool. We can see this is Crop Box. We select this function and put on the point clouds. Click the crop box on the page again. We can adjust the size of the crop box. Adjust by different colors of balls. We can also adjust the job box orientation. We can choose inside, which only shows the job box inside. We can also choose outside, which only shows job box outside. We can also choose highlight. If we highlight the job box part, the part will be colored like this. The next is display toolbars, which includes control switches. The first switch is point cloud control. We can open or close it to show. The second switch is panoramic sphere control. We can open or close it to show. The last switch is trajectory. The yellow lines control. We can open or close it to show. Now, let's see how they exactly use the panoramic balls. Our panoramic ball actually has another function. Let's double-click one of the panorama balls. We will get into panoramic mode. This is the panoramic image that we can see from the balls. Here we can see a white progress bar. We drag the progress to the left end, and now the effect is showing the point clouds. As we can see, the point clouds and panoramic images are showing at the same time with an overlap mode. If you want to see the panoramic images, then you drag the progress to the right end. We can do the measurements in the panoramic images as well. Distance measurements, area measurements, and the other measurements are all available. If you want to close the marks, then click X. And then if we want to exit the page now, click the red mouse button to exit directly. For now, let me explain the splash screen display. If we click splash screen, we will see left and right view scenes. The left view scene is our point cloud display. Our right view scene is our panoramic scene. Let's double-click the panoramic ball. Now the left side is the point clouds of panoramic ball. This is a linkage display between the point clouds and images. We rotate the point clouds. The images rotate as the same. We rotate the images. The point clouds rotate as well. If the rotation is fine, then the linkage display is alright. Click the right mouse button to exit directly. Then we can choose the next ball to check. If we want to exit the splash screen's display, we just click the marker left here, so that the page can show only one thing. Our last function is our roaming function. We click the roaming left up here. The page will be showing the first-person view, which is the collecting view. The view can be rotated 360 degrees. Let's play the page. The data will be showed in a video way, according to the collecting trajectory, which makes us to check and view our data. If the video speed is a bit slow, we can click speed here to go fast. we can speed it for double speed. This is a very convenient and easy method to view our data. We click the roaming function again to exit. Okay, that's all functions of the viewer software.